Konnichiwa, yokoso. Visual Recreation, the essential video guide to weighing FML each and every week. I'm your local movie buff, Andrew.
And I'm Joey, the strategy guy, and if you like giant fighting robots and giant monsters, well, you're in luck this weekend.
Speaking of giant fighting robots, Pacific Rim Uprising premieres this weekend.
Yes, and this movie is all about, well, you guessed it, giant fighting robots that fight giant monsters from the sea. And these robot patrol have to stop the giant monsters from destroying the land.
This movie stars John Boyega, Scott Eastwood, and Charlie Day.
Now, this movie was co-written and directed by Stephen S. DeKnight, who's known for Spartacus, Smallville, and Marvel's Daredevil on Netflix.
Now, this movie is the sequel to the 2013 action movie Pacific Rim, which premiered third place behind Grown Ups 2 and Despicable Me 2.
Yes, now after saying all that, will Pacific Rim Uprising destroy the box office like that monster and robot that destroyed the city from that old Tootsie Roll Pop commercial?
Or will it just fall down a flight of stairs?
Speaking of talking gnomes, Sherlock Gnomes premieres this weekend in theaters.
Yes, this is about Gnomeo and Juliet trying to get their new garden situated when out of nowhere there's some guy stealing or kidnapping gnomes all over London, or gnome napping, or whatever you want to call it. And they enlist the help of Sherlock Gnomes to help solve the case.
Yes, this movie stars James McAvoy, Emily Blunt, Johnny Depp, and Michael Caine, along with many, many more.
I failed you, Master Wayne. Now, this movie was directed by John Stevenson, who has directed such movie as Kung Fu Panda. Konnichiwa.
Yes. It's a great film, but this is the sequel to the 2011 movie Gnomeo and Juliet, which premiered third place right behind Just Go With It and that Justin Bieber movie.
Never say never.
That one.
Now, will Sherlock Gnomes travel to the top of the box office via a popular traveling website?
Or will Sherlock Gnomes get to the bottom of the box office? Get it? See what I did there? You know, clues and stuff. Sherlock Gnomes, Sherlock Holmes. Mystery.
Speaking of mental institutions, Unsane is the third and final new movie we're going to be talking about this weekend.
Unsane? That's a movie we're talking about?
Yeah, let me talk this out with you, Joey. Unsane is about a woman who involuntarily goes to a mental institution and she has to face her greatest fear, or she might realize it's all in her head.
Oh, okay. That's the movie that stars Claire Boy, Joshua Leonard, and Jay Farrow.
Walk like an Egyptian, you got it. Now, this movie was directed by Steven Soderbergh, who has directed such movies as Side Effects, Logan Lucky, and Magic Mike.
Yes, so will Unsane make an insane amount of money in the box office this weekend?
Or by picking it, will you be unsane in the membrane?
Seriously? We did all that so you can make that joke?
Yeah, I did.
Now it's time for the top 5 of the box office this weekend, and coming in at number 5 is Tomb Raider, hoping to uncover $11.5 million.
Coming in at number 4 this weekend is going to be
I can only imagine.
of $12 million.
Yes, and number 3 this weekend, Sherlock Gnomes, searching out $15 million.
Coming in number 2 this weekend is going to be Black Panther, slashing at the box office for $18 million.
And saving the day in the number 1 spot, Pacific Rim Uprising, fighting its way to $22 million.
Now it's time for this week's Food for Thought, and we're going to start off with the riskiest pick, which is Tomb Raider. And if you think it can hold to what we have it estimated at 11.5, that has a good shot at game bonus, and you can pick 6 Tomb Raiders, 1 Strangers, and 1 Death Wish. Again, we said it was risky. The next movie we're going to be talking about is Unsane. At the point of filming this, it has a decent Rotten Tomatoes score. It is pretty popular on IMDb, and it's low price. The only bad thing is we have no idea what the theater count is as of yet. So, but if it can surge to 4.5 to 5 mil, it would have a good shot at getting bonus. So, if you want to do that, you can do 2 Black Panther, 1 I Can Only Imagine, and 5 Unsane. Again, just keep an eye on those theater counts throughout the week. Finally, we're going to talk about the teen romance Midnight Sun. Again, we don't know what the theater count is, but Box Office Mojo has it at 2,000 plus, which is a good baseline, and if it can get around the same per theater cash output as, say, Everything, which we're comping this to, then it would have a good shot at getting bonus. And if you think so, you can do 1 Pacific Rim Uprising, 1 Black Panther, and 6 Midnight Sun. But that's our picks. What say you? Have us your own food for thought? Leave it in the comment section below.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe.
And remember,
Sometimes you gotta risk it to get that biscuit.
or as our Japanese friends like to say, biscuit teniente chicken garu.
What he said.
Oh, I.
This week there's lots of movies.
Which ones will we see?
That'd be kinda tough.
Since the lawn we cannot leave.
Robots, gnomes, and Paul.
And the unsane mentally.
You know I've been pretty jealous.
Bill works for Travelocity. Oh, I. Oh, works for Travelocity.